Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. It's Mr. O. Welcome everybody to Team 7, 8, and 9. Welcome all of our students from Miss Carol and Mr. Locket's class as always. I just get to be the voice. So our second PowerPoint today is over the Greek religion and the Greek gods, which is one of my and my daughter's favorite topics to discuss. This is one of her favorite subjects in school, and she was very excited to hear we were doing the Greek gods. And she had to tell me about all her favorites. Okay, there's our link to our music video. Please watch the video, guys. It will benefit you. It will stick in your brain when the test comes. Okay, Greeks in 700s to 336 BC. Now, if we begin, we're talking about the religion. Well, each city-state followed the same religion. They were polytheistic. They worship multiple gods and goddesses. We've seen this word before. Greek gods and goddesses had human characteristics and forms. Yeah, they were not perfect, guys. They married, had children, they lied, they murdered. Yeah, they were not perfect gods. They suffered from jealousy and anger. So a lot of excitement with these Greek gods, as we're going to see. Greek religion was used to explain nature and human emotion. They really thought that the gods controlled their weather and their good fortune or misfortune and what they win in battle. So they really believed that the gods played a huge role in this. The Greeks did not believe they were only on earth to please and serve the gods, though. Instead, they placed importance on the individual. They were very concerned with understanding themselves and their neighbors and human nature and psychology and sociology. They were very deep thinkers. They weren't just there to please the gods. They were there to expand their minds, expand their lives, and to grow the kingdom. Okay, we have a video on the bottom. You can click on this link about the oracles I'm about to talk about. A very interesting video that kind of explains this whole oracle process, which was a little bit subject to interpretation, as we'll see. But the Greeks believed the gods communicated through an oracle. It's a priest or priestess that the gods spoke through. Now, typically, it was a female, and they would receive a message from the gods that they would then tell orally to give the answer to the question. Very often, these were yes or no questions, but there would be times they would ask them more. The Greeks believed some of their gods and goddesses lived on Mount Olympus, which is the highest mountain on the Greek mainland. Yet they believed they had a dozen of their gods who lived there, among their midst, practically. Okay, here's our gods. Zeus. You've heard this name, Zeus. Very famous, very well heard, very well known. He is the king of the gods, the god of the sky and thunder. He controlled lightning. He could throw lightning at people. Third bullet, he led the gods to victory against his father Cronus and the Titans, who were the previous gods before them. Second, Hera. Hera is the queen of the gods and goddesses, and she's specifically goddess of marriage and women. Our third god, familiar name as well, Aphrodite. I think many of you know what she's the god of. She's the goddess of love and beauty. As we saw in our previous readings, she was so beautiful that men would want after her and fight over her and her attentions. So next we have Ares. Now you can see what he's doing in the picture here. He's trampling these men to death. So it's a pretty good hunch that he is going to be the god of war and destruction. He's the son of Zeus and Hera. He represented the violent, brutal aspects of war. The Greeks did not love him, but respected his strength, and his sons were fear and terror. Okay? So Zeus and Hera's son, Ares. Next, we have Artemis. We see her here with her bow and arrow. Gives you a good idea of what she's the god of. She's the goddess of the hunt, archery, nature, and childbirth. She's the twin sister of Apollo and is a daughter of Zeus. And she's greatly revered by the Greeks. Next, we have Demeter. We see her on her throne, surrounded by a bunch of foliage. So that gives you, once again, a good hint that she's the goddess of fertility and agriculture. She's one of the most important goddesses for farmers and women. And she's the sister of Zeus. And we'll see the family tree in a minute. So we have Zeus, and this is his sister. And we've seen some of his children so far. Next, we have Hermes. We see the attire of Hermes. It's got winged feet down there, you see. So it gives you a good hint about what he could do. Hermes is the god of travel, business, weights and measures, and sports. He's the messenger of the gods and had winged feet. And he was the son of Zeus also. So he could move quickly to deliver messages from the gods and travel ultimately super fast. Okay, next we have a very famous female goddess, Athena. You may have heard her name. See, she has her spear and shield with her. She's the goddess of wisdom, war, civilization, law, and justice, among others. She's the favorite daughter of Zeus, born fully armed from his forehead. Yeah. Companion of heroes. And Athens was named in her honor, the city of Athens. The Parthenon, up on highest point where it was built in her honor. Next god, Hades. I think you know who this is. The name itself gives it away. God of the underworld. Now, he's not part of the 12 Olympians and did not live on Mount Olympus. But he did help his brothers Zeus and Poseidon in defeating their father's generation of gods, the Titans. So Zeus, you see, has two brothers, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. And they each rule different parts. Apollo, we saw his twin sister earlier. Apollo is the god of the sun, you see from his headdress. Now, this is the son of Zeus, a complicated god. He was also one of the most beloved by the Greeks. Poseidon, we mentioned. Zeus had two brothers. Well, here's one of them. And we do have a video link at the top of this page. Poseidon, you see where he's sitting, right? He's on top of water because Poseidon is the god of the sea. He is brother of Zeus. He's known for his temper and feared as the bringer of earthquakes. Okay. Our last thing we'll talk about is the Olympics. You see, there's a link down here. It's kind of hard to see. Neat little video. I really enjoyed it. So I hope you check that video out. Now, the Olympic Games, the first Olympic Games, it's a series of athletic events, were held in 776 BC to honor Zeus. The games were held every 4 years in Olympia until the Roman Emperor Theodosius banned them in 393 AD. There was a truce that was enacted, so people could travel in peace from all parts of the kingdom. They could travel. They could come. Come to the games and compete safely. However, only male athletes could participate at this time. Most of the events in the Olympics were individual competitions like races, broad jump, discus throwing, boxing, wrestling. We have these today, many of. And the pentathlon, which is a series of competitions in running, jumping, discus, wrestling, javelin, all put together to make one combined event to find who is the truly greatest athlete in the kingdom. The winners were honored with wreaths of olives placed on their heads and were regarded as heroes. Parades were held in their honor, and some winners were exempt from taxes as part of their reward. then the games were revived in 1896 after the 1875 discovery of the stadium in Olympia. So there was a big gap in the games from 336 till 1896. So a couple thousand year gap there. So, but look how they were honored. They were honored with wreaths. There were parades in their honors. Kind of sounds like how we treat our athletes today, doesn't it? They get all these honors. They may have a parade if they win. So they were definitely well thought of and well respected. They really felt that these physical feats were an honor of the gods. It would help the gods give them favor. So the Olympics were very important. We still have these today. So I hope you did great on your slides. Hope you enjoy getting to know some of these Greek gods and did great on your head puzzle. So good luck, guys. We'll talk to you next time.